Hey guys, hello, welcome to the channel and welcome to glorious Cornwall, my home county. I know I said I wasn't going to fish, I know I said I wasn't going to film, but both the kids are working today. They're off to uni in 2 weeks. Louise is back in work today. I've been off all week, so it's a glorious day. So it seems rude not to come and fish, doesn't it? So I'm currently down on the estuary. I've been into St Austell and I've popped in to see our friends in Lowan-Chy. We just want to give them a big shout out. If you're in the area, pop in and see them. Fantastic shop, really friendly people and really good baits. I've managed to get half a dozen or so peelers from them for a really decent price. So I've got 2 targets today, 2 targets of bass and the late season gilts. I've caught gilts from this mark. This is a really productive mark, and I've caught Gilthead Bream from here up until the early months of winter really, before they bugger off back across the Atlantic. So I'm not going to be up too long, just very quickly on the tide. We're just coming down to low tide now. It's just gone midday. Low tide is about 20 past 1 today. Quite a big spring tide, so there's not going to be a hell of a lot of water. I've got very simple rigs which I'll run through with you very soon, and then we've got about 4 or 5 hours of fishing before the tide starts to come back in. We are bang in the middle of a set of spring tides at the moment, so I will have to be gone as the water creeps up. A, it absolutely floods in here, and B, we'll be about here underwater once the tide comes in, so we're going to have to get gone. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing, guys. Thanks ever so much for all your support and all your words of support with regards to what's going on within the family at the moment and the change of the kids, blah, 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 blah. You know, it means a lot, and I really am very grateful to all of you, as always, for all the support that you give, not just me, but to the channel as well. So I'm going to get baits on these. I'm going to run through the rigs with you in a little bit. We'll come back to you in a bit, guys. Thanks for joining us, Tite Lines. So that's both the lines out. So let's talk about how we're going to fish today. So I've got 2 rods, 2 beach rods and 2 fixed spools, and they're now set with the drag really low, because I've learnt from experience when you get a gilt take, it's like being hit by a bloody bus, and we don't want this lot getting dragged across the terra firma. So you'll notice I've got the tripod lying quite low. The reason being is that gilts particularly are quite finicky feeders. So the reason I've got this quite low is to allow the line quite low into the water, a bit like your carp fishing, to try and reduce line bites. So it's really important when you're fishing for bream, try and wear neutral colours, try and keep back off the shore, try and keep the noise down, because they're a school feeder and they feed in really close to the edges of the margins, and they patrol up and down those ledges where the water gets into the depth of the gullies. So all I'm fishing on today is I've got a 12-pound mono main line. I've got a tapered leader going down to a running, very simple running running ledger with a 3-ounce lead. And then I've got about 42 centimetres of 15-pound amnesia, good old amnesia, it will never let us down, will it? And then on the fighting end, I've got these mosquito hooks. Now these are a 1-0, and I've found these to be very good for peeler baits. They've got a really, really sharp point on them. And for gilts particularly, you want quite a strong shanked hook, because their teeth they're like a burnt garden fence and they're really powerful. So you want a good sharp hook, but you don't want anything too intrusive for when they pick it up. And these are perfect for your peeler crabs. And again, I got these from our friends at Lowan-Chy, so check them out. Check out the Facebook page. I'll put a link on the video below. But yeah, check them out. These come in all sorts of sizes, and they're a bit of a hybrid hook in that they're not a true circle hook, but they've got quite a wide gape rather than your Aberdeen style hooks. So yeah, check these out, guys, they're a good hook. So that's all I'm fishing on, very, very simple, back to basics running ledger rig. And that predominantly has always served me very well fishing this mark particularly. I'll pick up hopefully some bass if they're there, and if the gilts are there, that we'll certainly pick them up. So it's pasty time. It's time to get some water on board and have a pasty. Keep an eye on these rods, keep an eye out the bites. Now the distinction between the bites is very, very obvious. So a gilt bite will really bang, it will really hit, and the line will scream off. Whereas we all know what our bass bites are like. Doof, 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 doof. Unless you get that big bass, then it will really, really rattle. And with these, like with your circle hooks, you don't want to lift and strike. You want to lift, take up the tension, and then just pull that line tight. And these, like a circle hook, will just turn into the corner of the mouth, and you have a perfect hook set. Right, I'm going to go and have my pasty. I'm going to keep the noise down. Fingers crossed. Over a bar of Cornish gold or a bar of Cornish silver. if I get some gold and if I get some silver, if the silver's big enough, we will be harvesting some fish today. If I don't get any, I'll be going hungry. Guys, thanks for joining us. This is really exciting. I'm having a great time already. I've only been here half an hour already. See you in a little bit. Tite Lines, guys. Thank you. Guys, this one's got a bite. I was just about to get my pasty out. And we've got a bite. Do my drag up. There we go, guys. Literally been fishing 10 minutes. Look at this hook. Perfect in the corner of the mouth. Look at that. Perfect. That's exactly what you want, isn't it? There we go. He's nowhere near big enough to keep, but what a beautiful fish. Perfect. Right, we're getting back. Rebait that hook up and let's get some more. Hopefully I'll get a bite of me pasty this time. Tight lines, everyone. Now in life there are some magic moments. Getting married, childbirth, your first home, first cast bass, and a bloody great steak pasty while you're fishing. Can't beat it, eh? Happy days, guys. Right, you'll all be pleased to know I've had my pasty. Panic station's over. So I've just brought them both back in. This one still had the bait on it, but it was a bit ropey. So I've rebaited that one, brought this one, it had been stripped. So they've both got two fresh baits on, two fresh, half a peeler. Now when I'm fishing for the bass on peeler and the giltheads, I don't like to use a very big bait. Now the maximum size bait I like to use is about a 50p piece. I'll show you a picture right now. And with these small hooks, they're perfect. It's enough for the fish to get it in its mouth. And with the turn of that hook, as you saw with that first fish, you get a really good hook set right in the corner of the mouth. And that'll be the same on the gilts as well. And they'll actually probably more than likely 90% of the time actually set the hook themselves because they go with such gusto. So I've just put these back out now, like I say. The left one's already had two little taps, quite possibly just flounder. But like I say, we're just coming up to low tide now, so we've got at least another 3 or 4 hours before we need to start thinking about getting back up into the woods and back to the car. So yeah, what a start though, eh? I'd only just put that second rod out, sat my bum on the seat box, and boof, boof, away it's going. And then you saw the taps going on this one. So yeah, like I've said, this is a really productive mark. It can be hit and miss. I have blanked here before. But it's not often you catch a fish on your first cast, is it? Happy with that. Right, I'm going to carry on chilling, keep watching the rods, and we'll see you in a little bit, guys. Right, so we've just had quite a period of inactivity, really. Obviously, we're at low tide now, so I'm hazarding a guess and saying there's not many fish moving through. So I've just rebaited this right rod and just put it out mid-channel. We're going to have about a 40-minute lull with the tide, and then once it starts to push, hopefully the fish will start to come back through. But we've gone from a bite every cast to nothing, not a thing. I'm not worried just yet, because I'm optimistic as always. My glass is half full. Yeah, they're nice baits, they're nice peelers. If you're in the area and you're after bait, if you give Lowan-Chy a ring or message them on Facebook Messenger and let them know what you're after, you might have to wait, or they might have it in stock, but top quality baits, and just a brilliant shop. Nice local tackle shop, it's just what every town needs. Right, I'm going to go and stick my bottom down, watch for a bite, and hopefully we'll have some more. So you can see now the tide's really starting to push in, so I haven't got an awful lot of time left. Absolute most, I've probably got 40 minutes. If I go any further behind me, I'm into the tree canopy. So in the last half an hour, it's crept up to here onto the kelp bed. So I haven't got, like I say, an awful amount of time left. Still complete inactivity. Not a single bite since probably about 2 hours ago. Do I remain optimistic, or am I a pessimist and say that we'll be packing up soon and that'll be it? But either way, it's lovely to be out in it. It's a beautiful day. There's no one around. Odd boat trundling up and down. It's just lovely, really lovely. There's not a breath of wind. It's nice and warm. It's not too hot. And I've had a fish. It's only the one, but I've had a fish. So I'll come back to you if I get anything else. If not, I'll come back for a sign off. See you in a little bit, folks. Happy fishing. Right guys, so as you can see, the tide's really pushing in now, and it's literally 10 minutes ago since I last spoke to you. So I've just put these back out and I'm going to start putting my stuff away. So I'm going to sign off, guys. Thanks for joining me. And again, thanks for all the support and understanding with the lack of content with the channel and with what's going on within the family. Sophie and Matt are both off in just under 2.5 weeks. It's going to be a massive change for Lou and I, not having the kids at home, as well as a big change for them. You know, they're embarking on something really quite special. So I don't know when I'm going to get out again. If I do, obviously I'll have the camera with me and I'll try and get some content up for you. If not, in the meantime, there's loads of videos on there, so please keep watching the videos. Please keep sharing the channel amongst your angling friends. And everybody, as always, please stay safe and always tight lines. Guys, we'll see you on the next adventure. All the best. Cheers.